Driver thanking a higher power tonight. He's alive and unharmed after a massive tree slammed into this car in Buckhead. Atlanta News 4 anchor Carly Barnett is on Peachtree Dunwoody Road. Carly, that tree missed his head by centimeters.
Sean, I'm going to show you how close this was. This is that car. You can see the front is completely smashed in, but it's not just the front. I want to take you around to the back. The back is just gone, basically, this whole back window. And I'm going to show you to what caused all of this. This is the tree in question. You can see crews hard at work out here trying to get the roadway clear. We have Georgia Power on hand as well. But as you mentioned, the driver and the passenger that he had in the back seat, amazingly, are fine tonight.
It happened too fast to even think, honestly. It was like a blink.
Brevin Ellis drives for Uber in his free time and says he was headed up Peachtree Dunwoody Road Northeast. As they were approaching the intersection at Peachtree Road, this tree was uprooted from the front yard of a home and fell right on top of his car.
As I'm driving, it was nothing I could really do other than try to get over to the right, but the tree was too long, so it ended up hitting the car and damaging the windshield, but we're fine.
You can see the destroyed windshield and the hood of the car smashed in, but he says he and the passenger in the back walked away without a scratch.
Just wanted to check and see if he was okay. We checked on each other, he checked on me, and I was like, bro, we survived that, and that was really, what it was. We survived that.
Looking at the damage after the fact, he's saying a prayer of gratitude.
God got me, and he got my friend in the back, he got all of us, as long as you believe.
Now, we actually spoke to the homeowner of the yard that this tree fell out of. He says that years ago, he approached the city concerned about that tree in his yard. And he says, according to them, he was told that he couldn't do anything about it. And so he actually hired an arborist to try to get some insight on what options he had. He said that arborist told him that if that tree ever fell, it was going to fall toward the street. As you can see, that's exactly what happened tonight. Live in Buckhead, Carly Barnett, Atlanta News First.
We checked in the